Yo, what is up, YouTube? And who would have guessed today we are going back to Call of Duty World War II for today's video. And I'm surprised by this because I stopped playing Call of Duty World War II. This game was kind of declining. The numbers were going down with all the Battle Royale games going on. I moved on to PUBG. So I figured I really wouldn't be playing Call of Duty other than the occasional, logging on and just playing to see what's going on in the game. So anyways, a couple days ago, I saw they announced this update on Reddit. Pretty big update. There was a lot of news going around. I heard some stuff on Twitter, but I was like, it can't be that big. I'm not even going to really look at it. I clicked on it real fast, but I didn't read through it. And then this morning, I decided, you know what? Let me actually see what's going on here. Let me listen to this video that Sledgehammer Games put out and see what this update is all about. And after listening to this video, I found that I was completely wrong in that this is a huge update to the game and that I'm actually going to return back to Call of Duty to give this game a try. I'm actually going to pause it here. And this is coming out next week, the second week of April, and I'm doing something different with this video because normally I would just read through the update, make a video about it, maybe summarize, put out some bullets about what are the most important changes, explain them to you guys, because a lot of times they only post this on Reddit and not to the general community, so a lot of people don't hear about this right away, and then I would kind of give my feedback and all that stuff. But in this case, they made this video pretty short and sweet. They did a good job. This guy gets right to the point, and I figured some of these changes are so big to Call of Duty World War II that it's better that comes from him, and then I give my feedback on that, and then you guys can be aware of what's going on. But the moral of the story here, the TLDR, is that there are a lot of big changes to the divisions that is going to make this game really exciting again, because even though I enjoyed Call of Duty World War II, boots on the ground, all that stuff, a lot of people felt this game was a step in the wrong direction because they really took away a lot of what Call of Duty brings to the table with the pick 10 system, the creative class customization. A lot of that stuff was removed in this game, and it created sort of a one-track game that was very basic, along with the maps that weren't that great. So while the core gameplay was really good, the accessories and all that stuff in the maps and the divisions just really kind of hindered the game from growing into a really good Call of Duty. So anyways, let's listen to what this guy has to say. I'll turn the volume on. This is where he gets into what's actually changing in the game. Here we go.
Skills like the SMG suppressor, shotgun incendiary shells, rifle bayonet, and pistol tactical knife will all become standard attachments that you select as part of your loadout. As for the sniper sharpshooter ability and the LMG bipod, both of these will be available globally with any weapon of its type. Shifting these.
All right, so let me pause here. Whoa, attacking my microphone here. Let me pause. So if you haven't played Call of Duty World War II, what they did in this game was that they made accessories kind of locked to certain divisions. So for example, if you wanted to use a silencer on your submachine gun, you would have to use the airborne division. And the airborne division was created like as a pseudo submachine gun class, if that kind of makes sense. So like if you were using the submachine gun, it would almost be optimized if you were using the airborne division. But what happens is because the divisions weren't balanced out correctly, this just created a lot of issues in the game. For example, they took away in the sniper division, the mountain division, one of the perks was that you could hold your breath, and literally in every Call of Duty, if you're sniping, you can hold your breath, so if you have a scope on it and not an ACOG, right? So they're basically just taking things that were always built into the game and saying you can only get this now with this division. So if you were using the airborne division, the infantry division on a sniper, you literally could not hold your breath. So they were basically just hindering the game from creating more customization and all that stuff, and it just wasn't balanced. And then ended up that a lot of people were just like, you know what, I don't care. If I'm playing the game, I'm going to be using like infantry, and I'm going to do a different attachment. Or if I'm playing objective, I'm just going to play armored and get resistance to explosions. And then if I'm sniping, I'm obviously going to be using the mountain division. And it really, nobody cared about the extra benefits, and they really didn't matter. The bipod, like I said, pointless, completely pointless. It was like, there's no point in even having that as a potential add-on to the class. So let's keep going and see what else.
Class attachments out of divisions provided us with the opportunity to amplify the playstyle focus of each division with a fourth new ability and rebalance the lesser used divisions like armored and expeditionary. Aside from divisions, we've also changed basic trainings. We found that primed has become somewhat of a crutch. Even after we nerfed prime, the additional primary attachment that it offered was far more enticing than the benefits of other basic trainings.
This is what I love. I love this because I know, like, whatever, it's just a video game. But as soon as Call of Duty World War II came out, I was like, Primed is so broken the attachments in this, the basic trainings in this game were trash. Okay, people are like, oh, this one's good, flinch. They were trash. They were all trash. They didn't do anything. From the very beginning, I was like, you know what? I'm putting on infantry and primed, and I would have 4 attachments, and I would just rip everybody. I made a video about it. If you use the Lewis gun, the heavy machine guns, you put 4 attachments on it. They were out of control. You'd have like extended mags, an ACOG scope, hip fire, all this stuff, rapid fire. It's just like the weapon attachments are a lot stronger than a lot of the basic trainings in this game. So it was broken to begin with, and people would be like, no, primed isn't worth it, all this stuff. And then eventually I stopped playing, but it must have became the meta in this game, and now they're finally fixing it. But what's surprising here is that they added an attachment to every class, so now as just the standard, so now instead of just having 2 attachments, which back in the day I feel like 1 attachment was standard, in this game 2 attachments is standard, and now with the update 3 attachments is standard. And I think this is a little much. I feel like that's a lot, and this is really different for Call of Duty. So I don't love this change, but I like where it's coming from and that they're making everything more balanced. I guess when it came to a vote of should we do 2 attachments for every class or 3, and that's it, I guess I probably would have voted for 3 too. It just feels a little weird that that's the norm now.
We've gotten rid of primed altogether and given the extra attachment it offers to all of the loadouts. We've also found that tactical equipment and launchers saw very low usage. This limited gameplay strategies and was against our design intent. To remedy this one, we've removed bang basic training and modified the launch basic training. Now,
all right, this is exactly why I wanted to do the video this way, because that was a straight up joke. Like literally, I don't even know. If you were like 10 years old, you could have came up with a better design thing. And I'm just kidding. I don't like to be a hater or a critic because I can't create a video game, so I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, because people always hate, like, oh, how these guys are idiots, dude. You don't know how to make a video game. If you could do a better job, create your own studio, make a better Call of Duty. That's what I like to say. But seriously, this was really messed up. Again, if you haven't played Call of Duty World War II, they locked the launchers to a basic training that you would have to attach a launcher as a secondary. So in every Call of Duty, if you want a rocket launcher, you just put it and you sacrifice having a pistol or a secondary weapon of your choosing, right? Your secondary weapon was the launcher. And that's great. You know, you make a 1 class, 2 classes with a launcher in case they get a kill streak or UAVs. That's what you do. In this game, you literally needed to have a basic training set up. And in this game, you could only pick 1 basic training, and that was huge. And even though I said the basic trainings weren't that great, you wouldn't want to have just the thing that gives you a launcher, because then you're really missing out on like basically your only perk. So to me, it was completely pointless. Nobody ran it in this game. No, I would never see anybody with a launcher, and it just completely, again, made the game very one track and less options for the player. So this was huge, but again, this should have been fixed like month 2 into the game. It's now April. The game came out in November, so we got November, December, January, February, March, April. We're 6 months into the game, and they're just fixing now that you can attach a rocket launcher without a basic training. So I don't know. There you go.
Equipped with
better late than never, but
lethal and tactical equipment.
Crazy.
And launchers can be globally selected as a secondary.
Wow, it's
the
crazy,
last key
right?
change involves movement. During development, we experimented with a number of different sprint systems. Limited sprint was selected because it was a key aspect of traditional boots on the ground Call of Duty. And we felt it better fit the historical setting of this game. However, the restrictiveness of limited sprint doesn't really benefit gameplay. So unlimited sprint is now standard across all divisions. Everyone at Sledgehammer Games.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people are happy about this change, and I get it. If you're a noob, you want easy stuff. You want really fast sprint out ADS times. You want to sprint and just shoot everybody, and you want to sprint unlimited around the map in circles. But to me, I don't like this change. Keep it. The game's already arcadey enough. Keep it a little bit. It's ridiculous. I mean, the game's unrealistic, right? You're playing Call of Duty. You're bouncing and running around, doing all this crazy stuff. You can at least not make it have a limited sprint. The maps are so small in this game. The action is constant in Call of Duty. I just don't think we need unlimited sprints. They reduced the overall speed down now, and I think one of the divisions, like the airborne division, I think one of the perks is it speeds you up faster, but I really just don't think this was necessary at all. But that's just me. It's World War II, man. We don't need a limited sprint. We're already sprinting enough as it is all the time. Fast-paced. The game's already fast-paced. Anyways, that's just my opinion. I can't really back that up with any facts or
really appreciate
strong
your feedback We think you're going to love these changes.
Reasoning.
We hope they'll drive experimentation and amplify the fun of Divisions.
Yes, every other
Can't
Call of
wait to
Duty
see
game
what you do
drove
with it. These
that.
changes go live April 10th.
Whoa.
Thanks for watching.
All right, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Blitz5. Thanks for watching. I'm at Sledgehammer Games. You can contact me. No, but for real, that's all the changes. It's pretty interesting. I guess, you know, the real change here is that now the divisions are more flexible. There's going to be more optimization, and I feel like we're going to have a better time playing the game. It's just going to be a lot more options, and, like, you won't see all the same stuff, and I think it would create... I don't know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, who knows if it's really going to make a huge difference. I'm just going to go play PUBG.